Okay, so this is the assessment part of Module 6, Solving Rational Equation and Inequalities. Before we will proceed, kindly do not forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. So so the instruction is choose the letter of the best answer. Now, number one, it is an equation containing at least one fraction whose numerator and denominators are polynomials. So the answer is letter B. It is rational equation because we are talking of an equation at least one fraction whose numerator and numerator are polynomials. Now, number two, the usual technique to eliminate denominator in solving rational equation is to multiply both sides of the equations by its, the answer is letter C, least common denominator. So next, number three, an inequality which involves one or more rational expression is called as letter C, inequality. We're talking of inequality, letter C, rational inequality. Next, number four, you can only use cross multiplication in solving rational equation if and only if you have one fraction equal to one fraction. That is, if the fractions are proportional. Proportional. For items number 6 to 7, refer to the rational equations below. 5 over 2x minus 4 plus 2 over x plus 3 equals 3 over x minus 2. Now, number 6 question is to solve the equation. We multiply both sides by. So, when we'll be solving these equations, we have to find out the LCD. So, we are to multiply the LCD to each term of the rational equation. So how to find the LCD of these three? So here you are to write all the denominators, 2x minus 4, x plus 3, x minus 2. Now 2x minus 4, its factor is 2 times quantity x minus 2. And x plus 3, this is already a prime, so the factor is x plus 3 itself. X minus 2, its factor is x minus 2. Now, to get the LCD, you have to bring down 2 here, and there is, okay, one pair of x minus 2, you are to write only 1, and x plus 3 here. So, therefore, the LCD is 2 times quantity x minus 2 times x plus 3. So, is there any like this in the choices? There's none. So, therefore, this is the answer. Now, number 7. Which of the following will be the solutions to the given rational equation? So, let's find out the solution. Now, this time, we are to multiply each of this term to the LCD. So 2 times quantity x minus 2 times quantity x plus 3 times the first term, this one times the second term, and this one times the first term of the right side. So when this will be multiplied, this one, so this will be cancelled out, this will be cancelled out. So the answer is 5 times x plus 3. And if this will be multiplied to this second term, will cancel out x plus 3, cancel out x plus 3. So therefore, the remaining is 2 times twice quantity x minus 2 here. And if we are to multiply this LCD to 3 over x minus 2, this cancel out x minus 2. So the remaining is twice x plus 3. So 3 times twice quantity x plus 3. Now, to simplify further, that's 5x, then that's 5 times 3, that's 15, and 2 times 2 is 4, times x is 4x. Next is 2 times 2, 4 times negative 2, that's negative 8, is equal to 3 times 2, 6 times x, that's 6x. Here, 3 times 2, 6 times 3 equals positive 18. So here, let's combine similar terms. That's 5x and 4x. That equals to 9x. And 15 and 8, negative 8 minus 8, that's positive 7, is equal to 6x plus 18. Now, let's transpose 6x to the left side, or we could have addition property of equality. So 6x transposed to the left side, it becomes negative 6x, and positive 7 transposed to the right side, that becomes negative 7. So 9x minus 6x is equal to 18 minus 7. So 9x minus 6x, that's 3x, is equal to 18 minus 7, that's 11. And multiplication property of equality, or we could simply divide this one by 3, divided by 3, that the answer is x plus 3, and this is the answer, letter A. Next, for items number 8 to 10, refer to the rational inequality below. So x plus 12 over x plus 2 is less than or equal to 2. So this time, how are you going to solve this? Now, it's not the same as solving solving rational equation. So we have to transform this one or change to general form. Let's transpose 2 to the left side. That becomes negative 2. That's x plus 12 over x plus 2 minus 2 is less than or equal to 0. After writing in general form, now find the least common denominator. That's x plus 2. Then simplify further on the left side. So our denominator is x plus 2. X plus 2 divided by x plus 2 is 1 times x plus 12. That's x plus 12. So understood 2 has a denominator of 1. That's x plus 2 divided by 1 is x plus 2 times negative 2. That's negative 2x minus 4. Okay. Now, okay, here is less than or equal to 0. Now, simplify further. These are similar terms. X and negative 2x are similar terms. So we could combine this. So the answer is negative x. Then 12 minus 4 similar terms. That's equal to positive. So therefore, over x plus 2 over x plus 2. So therefore, our final rational inequality is negative x plus 8 over x plus 2. Now afterwards, we will equate the numerator into 0 and equate this one into 0. So here, negative x plus 8 is equal to 0. So x is equal to positive 8. So we could transpose x to the right side. That becomes positive x. Then 8 remain positive 8. Okay, by symmetric property of equality, that's x equal to 8. And if we equate this one into 0, x plus 2 equal to 0, then x is equal to negative 2, transpose. Now, let's have here. Now, our critical values of x is positive 8 and negative 2. How to graph this one? 8, which is 8. What is the graph of 8? Since we are having less than or equal to, for 8, positive 8, we are to, the graph is a solid. But since we equate the denominator or the denominator into 0 and this made the linear, no, the rational expression undefined, so equals negative 2 because negative 2 plus 2 is 0. This make this left side rational inequality into undefined, so therefore the graph of negative 2 is a whole, meaning negative 2 is not included in the value of x. Now, how to find out the answer? So the answer for this is an interval. So I prefer to test 0. So where is 0 located? It should be between negative 2 and positive 8 here. So if this is true, then the solution is situated here. But if this is false, therefore the solution is situated here on the left of 2 and on the right of positive 8 because this is alternate. If this is true, then this is false, true, false. Okay, if this is false, then this is true. True, false, true. Okay, here, let's test 0 in between negative 2 and positive 8. 0. Okay, here, our last uh, rational inequality we have is negative x plus 8 over x minus x plus 2. So replace x by 0. So it's negative 0 plus 8 over 0 plus 2 is less than or equal to 0. So this is positive. Positive 8 divided by positive 2, that's positive 4. And positive 4 is less than or equal to 0, which is false. Positive 4 is greater than 0. So this is false. So therefore, on this portion here, this is false. So therefore, since this is false, therefore this is true and this is true. And how will you express the interval on this portion here? So, negative 2 is not included in the value of x until negative infinity. So here, negative 2, you will use parentheses because negative 2 is not included. And to negative infinity. And for negative infinity, you will use the parentheses, not a bracket. And here, how will you express the answer here? So, since this is solid, therefore positive 8 is included in the value of x. So, therefore, you will use a bracket. A bracket in positive 8 means 8 is included in the value of x and positive infinity. So, this is the answer. Now, if we are to express this one in set notation, this is a set of x such that x is less than negative 2, or we will be using or because this is union. X is greater than or equal to 8. So, is there any answer on the choice? The choices on number 10, negative infinity. Okay, here it's letter B. The answer is letter B. Okay, next, the solutions of the following rational equation. So 2 over x plus 2 plus 1 over x minus 2 is equal to 3 over x. Now, to solve this, let's find out the LCD. And to find the LCD of the three denominators, let's have here. So x plus 2, x minus 2, and x. So this is all prime. So therefore, the factor is x plus 2 itself. And bring down x plus 2, bring down x minus 2, and x. So therefore, the LCD of this three denominators is x plus 2 times quantity x minus 2 times x. Now let's multiply this least common denominator to each of the term of the rational equation. So here, this is the LCD. Multiply to the first term. Let's cancel out x plus 2, and the remaining is x minus 2 times x times 2, and here is it 2 times quantity x minus 2 times x, and this LCD multiplied to the second term of to the left of the rational equation. This is 1 over x minus 2. Let's cancel out x minus 2, cancel x minus 2. The remaining is x times x plus 2, and here is it times 1. That's 1 times x plus 2 times x is equal to. Now this LCD is still multiplied to the right term, first term, and let's cancel out x. So the answer is 3 times x plus 2 times quantity x minus 2 here. Now simplify further, that's 2 times x, 2x times x, that's 2x squared. And 2 times negative 2, that's negative 4 times x, that's negative 4x. And here, that's x. 1 times x, that's x times x, that's x squared. 1 times 2, that's 2 times x, that's positive 2x equal to, let's multiply 3 times x, 3x times x, 3x squared. 3 times x, 3x times negative 2, that's negative 6x. 3 times positive 2, that's positive 6 times x, that's positive 6x. 3 times 2, that's 6 times negative 2, that's negative 12. So combine similar terms. So this is two terms are similar. 2x squared plus x squared, that's 3x squared. And negative 4x and 2x. Combine these two similar terms, that's negative 2x is equal to 3x. This is cancel out. Negative 6x plus 6x minus 12. Okay, now 3x squared and 3x squared here, this is the found in the left, this is found on the right. So we could eliminate these two by addition property of equality. Let's add negative 3x squared to left and right side of the equation. So add here negative 3x squared, add here also negative 3x squared. So this cancel out, this is cancel out. So the remaining is negative 2x is equal to, bring down negative 12. So therefore, negative 2x plus is equal to negative 12. Multiplication property of equality, or simply you have to divide this one by negative 2, negative 2. So the answer is positive 6. And where is positive 6? It's letter A. Okay, number 12. 8 over x squared plus 1 equals 9 over x. So what is the least common denominator of x squared and x, and the denominator of 1 here? So here, x squared, that's x times x, that's x. So let's pair x, they are aligned. So therefore, let's get only one x, here x also. So therefore, the LCD is x squared. X times x, that's x squared. Let's multiply each of the term of the rational equations into the LCD, which is x squared. So x squared, this is cancel, and the only remaining is 8 times 8. X squared divided by x squared, that's 1 times 8, that's 8. X squared, here there is 1 divided by 1, that's x squared times 1, that's x squared is equal to x squared divided by x, that's x times 9, that's 9x. Okay, we have here a quadratic equation, that's x squared transpose 9x, that's negative 9x plus 8 is equal to 0. Now let's factor out this to find the value of x. So to factor out, the secret or the technique is only on the constant part. That's positive 8. What is a factor of positive 8? Wherein when we combine the factor, we could have negative 9. So there's no other factor of positive 8. That's negative 8 times negative 1. That's positive 8. And if we combine these two factors of positive 8, the answer is negative 9, which come up here. Therefore, we will use negative 8 and negative 1 as the factor of this x squared minus 9x plus 8. So, we have here x minus 8, quantity x minus 8 times quantity x minus 1 is equal to 0. Let's equate each of these factors into 0. That's x minus 8 is equal to 0 and x minus 1 is equal to 0. That's x is equal to 8. So you transpose 8 to the right side and transpose negative 1 to the right side. That's x is equal to 1. And where is x is equal to 8 and 1 here? 1 and 8. That's letter B. Okay. For number 13, 1 over x squared minus 16. Still, we'll find out the LCD. Excuse. So the LCD is x squared. Let's multiply each of the term of the rational equations into the LCD. Let's multiply each of the term. X squared divided by x squared, that's 1 times 1, that's 1. X squared divided by 1, that's x squared, times 16, that's negative 16x squared, is equal to 0. Now, if you notice, this is a square number, 1. 16 is a square number, and x is a square also. So therefore, the factor of this one is a sum and difference of squares. Okay, that's 1 minus 4x times quantity 1 plus 4x equal to 0. Now, we will equate each of this factor into 0. That's 1 minus 4x equal to 0. That's 1 is equal to 4x. Transpose 4x to the right side. And by multiplication property of equality, we could divide directly this one by 4 and this one by 4. So our x is equal to positive 1/4. This is symmetric property of equality. Okay. Now next, 1 plus 4x equal to 0. That's 4x equal to transpose. That's negative 1. Divided by 4. Divided by 4. The answer is x equal to negative 1/4. So our answer is positive negative 1/4. Where is positive negative 1/4 here? It's letter D. For items number 14 and 15, solve for the solutions of the following rational equations. For number 14, 5 over x minus 3 is greater than 3 over x plus 1. To solve this, you are to change this one into its general form. By transposing 3 over x plus 1 to the left side, that becomes negative 3 over x plus 1 is greater than 0. Now, afterwards, you are to find the LCD. So, the LCD of x minus 3 and x plus 1. So, here we write down the denominators, x minus 3 and x plus 1. So, these two are already prime, x minus 3 and x plus 1. You will bring down here, bring down this one. So, the LCD is quantity x minus 3 times x plus 1. Now, you are to multiply this LCD to its term of the rational inequality. So, if this one multiplied by the first term, you can cancel out x minus 3, and the remaining is x plus 1. And this one times 5, so that is 5 times x plus 1. And this one, the LCD, you multiply this one to x plus 1, so you can cancel out x plus 1, so the remaining is x minus 3 times 3 times negative 3, that becomes negative 3 times quantity x minus 3 is greater than 0. So you bring down the LCD, which is quantity x minus 3 times x plus 1. Now, simplify further. You have here 5 times x, that's 5x, and 5 times positive 1, that's 5. Negative 3 times x, that's negative 3x, and negative 3 times negative 3, that's positive 9, over x minus 3 times quantity x plus 1 is greater than 0. Simplify further by finding out the similar terms. We have 5x and negative 3x. They are similar. That's 2x. Then positive 5 plus 9 is positive 14. Then copy the common denominator. Quantity x minus 3 times quantity x plus 1 is greater than 0. Now this time, you are to equate the numerator into 0 and the denominator into 0. Here, the numerator into 0, 2x plus 14 equal to 0. Transpose, that becomes negative 14. 2x equals negative 14. Now, divided by 2, so x equals negative 7. So this is one of the value of the critical value of x. Now here, the denominator, quantity x minus 3 times quantity x plus 1 is equal to 0. So, equate each of this factor into 0. That's x minus 3 is equal to 0 and x plus 1 is equal to 0. So, that's x is equal to positive 3 and x is equal to negative 1. So, these three are critical values of x. Now, let's find out the interval solution of this. So, we can plot this one in a number line. Here is negative 7, negative 1, and positive 3. Now, negative 7 is a whole. It's because we are using greater than. There's no equal. And negative 1 is a whole also because this is the denominator. This made the rational expression on the left side undefined. So whole. So as with 3, this is the denominator. So our graph is a whole. Meaning, -7, -1, and +3 should not be included as the value of x. These are not the value of x, should not be included. Now, to find out the interval answer for our solution of number 14, let's test some points on the interval. I prefer to test 0 because 0 is very easy to use and 0 is between -1 and 3 here. So if this is false, meaning the other side is true and the other side is true because there's a pattern for this. This is alternate. If this is false, this is true. This is false, this is true. Now let's test 0. Test 0. So we will be using the last rational inequality we have on our solution. This one, 2x plus 14 over x minus 3, x plus 1. So you will replace x into 0, replace x into 0, replace x into 0. So here, 2 times 0 plus 14, 0 minus 3 times quantity 0 plus 1. So this is 0, that's 14. This is -3 times +1, that's -3, is greater than 0, which is false. So negative numbers are always lesser than 0. So false. So here, this portion here is false, so therefore this is true and this is true. And how will you express our answer in interval form? So since -7 is not included in the value of x, so this is parentheses here. And -1 is also is not included, so this is parentheses. So our interval here is -7 and -1, parentheses, parentheses. We will be using union, it's because they are separate. Now, here, how to express our answer in interval. So, positive 2 is not included. So, parentheses and positive infinity. And this is parentheses. So, this is our answer.